Okay, so in the last video we talked about mean, median, and mode. Now I'm going to show you why we actually need three measures of center, because most people think just go ahead and take the average, right? The average is what everybody reports. Well, I'm going to show you an example where the average does not do a great job for us. So this says the following are the incomes for all residents of a small island nation. You can see that 7 people make $1 and then somebody makes $100 million. So you're looking at yourself, this might be the king of the island or the president or something like that. But take a look. Does it look like most people are poor, or does it look like most people are rich? Well, this guy who's the king of the island or whatever might say, you know, I want to recruit some more people to my island. I need to make some more money. So what he's going to do is, let's say he makes a flyer to recruit people. And he makes a flyer to go get on a boat and sail over to the mainland and start passing out to recruit some people. And what he's going to put on this flyer is he's going to report the mean or average income. Well, how would we do that mean or average income? Well, what you do is you'd add all these numbers up, right? So there are 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 7, plus 100 million. So we add those up, and that's going to give us 100 million and 7. And then we're going to divide that by the number of numbers we have. And when we do that, 100 million and 7 divided by 8 is $12,500,000.88. Now that math isn't incorrect, right? That is the mean. The mean is 12,500,000.88. And you take a look, and if you saw a flyer that said the average income of somebody of a specific country was 12,500,000, wouldn't you want to be recruited, right? So this is kind of why, is the mean doing a good job of accurately presenting the middle of this data? The answer is no, right? So while the mean over here is $12,500,000.88, let's take a look at the other two measures of center. The median is the middle value, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the middle value is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle value is going to be somewhere in between these two numbers. You average them up. 1 plus 1 is 2 divided by 2. The average income, or the median income, is 1, and also the mode is also 1. That's the number that shows up the most often, right? You see that these two are kind of accurately representing the middle value, and this one is doing a very poor job. Let's talk about why that is. There's a special term in statistics for a type of number like this, where when all these values are 1, and then this one is 100 million, do you remember what we call that? We call that an outlier. And one thing we need to be very careful of, and we're going to see this, is that the mean is very susceptible or vulnerable to outliers. So if you see an outlier in your data set, you need to know right away, man, maybe I don't want to use the mean here. I might want to use another measure of center. Income is one where it's typically there are some outliers where you have some people who don't make very much. You have some people make a ton of money compared to everybody else. So when you look at articles, a lot of times you will see the median income of a country or a city reported rather than the mean. So this is just an example of why it's important to have those separate measures of center. It's going to be on you to know which one to use. It's kind of dependent on the situation. But one strategy we want to use here is if you see an outlier, the mean is probably not the best option to go with.